Hey, what's going on, guys? We got a little something different here today. No SRT in this video. We got my buddy Jake Hensler's car. I'll put his Instagram either on the screen or in the description. He's got a pretty sick static Chevy Cruze, and we're doing some paint work on it. From afar, she looks real good, or I shouldn't say paint work, but paint correction. So there's a factory pinstripe. There's got some residue on that. You can kind of see up close. You can see that outline there, and you can see there's quite a few surface scratches. So what I'm going to be doing is kind of polishing this thing up. And I know you guys might have seen me do a little bit of this stuff before, but he's normally got a ski box on this thing, so he doesn't have that on. But the reason why he took it off is because the roof has got quite a few marks in it. As you can see, there's just a lot of surface, scratches and haze and stuff like that. So we're gonna be getting most of this stuff out, maybe not 100%, but just showing you guys some tips and tricks. This stuff right here is some residue from the bars that go across that hold the box on. So we're going to be using what's called a clay bar, and it's basically just a chunk of clay. It kind of looks like some Play-Doh. What you basically do is you use water, and I'll show you guys real quick. Use some water, spray your spot down that you need, get your clay kind of wet, and then you just rub it on wherever you need to do it at. Sorry, I'm trying not to shake the camera too much. But this guy right here will get really deep like grime, and like if you've got, for instance, like mirrors right here, you see all those bug spots. I'll set the camera down, I'll hit half of this mirror, and you'll be able to see that it takes stuff like this off. And if you have, can honestly be like paint. If you get a scuff on your bumper, like say somebody backs into you, or like a real thick grime like this right here, you can use that clay bar, and you kind of got to work it, but it will take really deep, like harsh marks off of paint sometimes. If it's not all the way through, to paint or primer, you can actually get this stuff off. And like this pinstripe residue, I'll be able to get most of that off with this clay bar. But you only normally want to use it if you're going to be polishing the paint afterwards, because it is pretty tough on the paint. So I'm going to hit a few spots that I just showed you guys, and then I'll go back and show you what it looks like after I hit it with this. You guys can see where I hit with the clay bar. There's still a few marks here and there, but all of this stuff, all these marks, all these bugs were all on this side as well. And then this isn't perfect because obviously I haven't polished it or anything, but you can see where I got the residue off of that. But another bad spot that I'll show you guys, hopefully it'll be a nice transformation, all the marks in the trunk. Hopefully this will be, nice and shiny, and you won't see that haze. So just gonna keep hitting bad spots with the clay bar, and then I'll be on to buffing. Here's a good little comparison for you guys. So that's obviously what it was before, and keep in mind this has all got some haze left in it because that's just the very first pass with it, but it's literally just the haze from the buffing pad. There's hardly any like deep scratches, and I'm gonna hit it again. You can see a little bit of stuff up through there, but that's about it. So I'm gonna hit it with the other pad to finish it and get this haze away, so you can really see the transformation. You can tell just right there, see how clear that light is and how hazy it is there. It looks way bigger there than it does here, and the paint is also darker. And that's just on the very first pass on the buffer. So that's with the wool pad. This wool pad cuts and gets down into all those scratches really well. And then we're using this rubbing compound. Perfected rubbing compound from 3M. That's the stuff that I always use. I don't know if you guys have seen my previous stuff, but now we're gonna hit it with this foam pad and this machine polish. You can definitely do more steps if you want to, but I'm just trying to go pretty much the best I can, the quickest. So if I can get that haze away, that will be like great for what we're going for here. So I'm gonna do that and we'll see how she turns out. All right, I'm pretty stoked about this. Now keep in mind, this is not 100% perfect. You know, I'm not doing anything crazy, but it's looking pretty good. So again, we've got how it came in versus now. So obviously you still have your real deep marks. The only way I'd be able to get those out is if I wet sanded, really. And the reflection's pretty crazy, so do that to the whole car, put a ceramic coat on her, she'll be good. But yeah, again, the light comparison, see how thick the light is on the right compared to the left, and you can tell, not as much on camera, but there's a distinct line right there where the spoiler, you can see a little bit of a difference, but not too bad. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that on the whole car. I don't want to bore you guys too much. Alright guys, we're all done with the paint. This is after ceramic coat. Just want to do a quick walk around with you here. Side's not going to be as easy to see because it's in the shade, but definitely tell a huge difference with the trunk here. And then the roof as well. Definitely not 100% perfect, but I'm pretty stoked for sure. We got this side in the sun. Reflection's looking really good. If you look real close, you can still see the pinstripe, but that's just because I think it baked so long that the actual like level of the clear coat is different. It's almost like there's a different level of it, but kind of hard to see on camera. But all in all, pretty excited about how she turned out.